Hello, my name is Chris McCullough and I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at Rotageek. Now, Rotageek allows organisations to create data optimised staff schedules, better matching staffing to customer demand. And if you're in a position that you're looking at workforce management, one of the first things that you want to do is to create a business case. Historically, at Rotageek, we've created those business cases by looking at 5 ways that we deliver value, shown on the right hand side there. We allow organisations to optimize their payroll spend by creating data optimized schedules. By better matching staffing to customer demand, we reduce the need for agency and overtime. We know from intervention studies, so intervening and optimizing schedules in stores and having case match control stores, that when we create optimized schedules, we drive revenue, so we increase footfall conversion and basket size. We also improve customer NPS and staff NPS. And on top of that, you have happier staff because they get input into their work-life balance. And so we have less unplanned absences and less staff turnover. And that's our business case. But what we're now able to do, and what I want to present to you, is how we create a business case absolutely tailored to your business using your data. It's essentially a Pepsi challenge of Rotageek compared to what you currently do. And what we need to do this, first operationally, is an NDA to make sure that we can hold your anonymized data. And then we need your forecast data, or a surrogate forecast, so your historic demand data or footfall, from which we can forecast out demand. And then your current schedules. And from that, we can build a labour model and compare your current schedules to what they should have been in order to hit that forecast demand. And that's what we call a fit to demand. It's a mathematical calculation of how accurate, how well your current scheduling matches to forecast demand. We then use that as a baseline and perform an analysis and give you some insights. And then we load that into Rotageek and we run the schedule optimizer, essentially to show what an optimized schedule would do and how much better that is than your current system. And that improvement in fit to demand we can then quantify. So the mathematical improvement allows us to analyze your business and the operational metrics and build a business case based on your data. And this is what it looks like in practice. So we would look at your store estate and then we do a power calculation to understand how many stores and how many weeks of schedule and demand data we need to analyze. We then run all of that and analyze that for you to present back a coherent business case based on your data. On the left hand side there's a graph. It's really indicative of what we tend to see. So the purple line is the demand curve, the labor model that you should be hitting. And often what we see, that orange line, is there's quite a big mismatch between your current schedule and your forecast demand, and that the auto scheduler really hits that very closely. Now clearly you always get some over and under scheduling, but that's the analysis that we perform. And on the right hand side we're able to show how much better our schedule optimizer is compared to your current incumbent system in terms of percentage point fit to demand. We can look at over and under scheduling and look at the reduction in over and under scheduling. We can look at how many stores improved right down to a 15-minute increment across the analysis period. And then we can start to build a business case based on how much more effectively we've distributed your payroll to demand, but also in areas where at peak times you're under-scheduled. By matching scheduling to your customer demand, the relative revenue uplift that you might see in that period. And so what you get is a report like this. This is a sample report, but really indicative of the type of reports that we send out. You get a summary of what that fit to demand improvement was, how many hours we scheduled compared to your incumbent system or team, the over and under scheduled hours and the peak coverage. And that really helps us create a really optimized business case. And what that allows you to do is to take that internally to build the case for workforce management. And as we start to work together through the sales process, it sets the objectives of what we're going to deliver over the next 1, 2, 3 years as we start to work together by bringing you on as a Rotageek client. So if that sounds like something you want to investigate, please do get in touch with the Rotageek sales team. They'll take you through the process from initial signing the NDA and sending over your data. It takes about 5 days for us to generate this report and the insights and present that back to you. And that will give you the business case that you need to affect change in your organization.